Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. Alright, so for today we have Michael Jordan wearing the black and cement Air Jordan 4s. He debuted them in the 1989 All-Star Game, as you can see here. And he also wore them for the entire 1989 playoff run. That was the first year that the Bulls went to black shoes for the playoffs. As you can see, this is a long video because there's a lot of highlights and then it's a lot to talk about in regards to the 1989 playoff run. But as usual, I'm going to let all of the highlights play through, and then I'll come through and discuss everything afterwards. All right, let's check it out.
An all-star each of his 5 seasons in the NBA, the league leader in scoring and steals. From the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan.
They're pushing the ball. They're not worrying about a stamina.
Inside, reverse bank by Michael Jordan.
John playing with 4 guys over 6'8".
Inside, Michael Jordan with his second basket.
That was a mini showtime. Just a mini.
Yeah, he's just warming up.
On this sequence, watch Zeke hit Michael going on a backdoor move, and here it is. You thought he was going to do a 360.
Having trouble with the ball, and it's stolen away by Mark Price. Open court is Michael Jordan.
Gave it and took it back, and then soft layup, fingertip roll.
Can't do it, and there's Jordan in open court. He gets the basket. Michael Jordan with 8 points now. Outlet pass, McHale with those long arms and an easy unmolested basket. No, not Isaiah, but Michael Jordan.
He just throws it up there. Ah, beautiful. See Zeke, he knows he's behind him.
That's what you can do in these all-star games. Karl Malone. Rebound. Ewing. Michael Jordan to Dominique Wilkins. A brilliant pass. No-look pass. There's a nice steal by Wilkins. He anticipated Ellis's pass. Jordan to Dominique Wilkins. That's a combination that could bring the East back. Dale Ellis quickly turns it around. A rebound by McHale. It's a 24-point game. Great pass to Jordan. Is that Thomas?
That was a highlight. Oh, baseball, one skip pass. I hear we have Zeke throwing this ball on that one bouncer, but hey, how about the catch at the other end by Michael Jordan on the dead run? I don't know, Buddy Kerr.
Pee Wee Reeves. But he the basket is Jordan from Isaiah Thomas. He went back door around Alex England. Here's your clear out. And there's Michael Jordan's basket, just as he threw it up.
MVPs. I mean, come on. I mean, the list is just a knockout.
Michael Jordan from the corner with 2:15 to go has 24 points. Michael Jordan open court with that tongue out. Jordan with 26 points.
Bide up the minutes and keep everyone happy. Impossible.
Crowd's got to be happy.
Oh, yes.
Chance against Sellers. Out front to Valentine. Ball stolen by Jordan. Jordan drives to the other end. Wham with the right hand.
Nearly halfway through the first quarter. Actually, other than Sam Vincent, we should say. Steal by Jordan. Jordan and Harper. And he laid it up despite the fact he didn't have full control.
Well, that time the Bulls were in a 1-3-1 half-court
period. Jordan gets free, and he comes back with 2. So Michael Jordan's machine is now running.
Doherty likewise has not been a big scorer, but this man has. Michael Jordan. Pippen gets the rebound to Jordan. The fadeaway from Michael Jordan. He has 4. There's Collins and his assistant coach, John Buck. Ron Harper with his first basket. It's 11-8, Bulls by 3. Jordan for 3. A three-pointer from Michael Jordan.
Jordan looking for more.
The dish into the 7-footer Sellers from Michael Jordan.
Jordan willing and dealing, that time finding Sellers, who's been in the doghouse for that basket. Jordan two-man game.
Inside to Doherty, kicks it to Corzine from the perimeter, and it'll fall.
Jordan again penetrating two-man game. He gets a step on Harper off the pick by Corzine. He will dish it to Corzine. And count it, the Bulls are sizzling from the perimeter.
Vincent to Jordan. Tried to jam it over Nance. Nance and the Cavaliers said, we don't know if we can stop Jordan, but we are certainly going to try to control his jamming. Now Pippen running, has Jordan left. The finger roll from Jordan. The crowd disappointed that he didn't jam it. The Bulls, believe this or not, folks, lead it by 22. Jordan has 12. Completed. Martin Price playing injured. We'll probably see Darnell Valentine shortly. Jordan into the lane with the three-point opportunity. Only Michael Jordan can spark the crowd like that. Collins on his feet on the sideline, and of course the Bulls will hope that'll get things rolling again.
That's the move. Jordan in the paint. Timeout. Fouled by Nance. He throws it up. It goes. Controlling the tempo. Half-court action now. Slowing down the pace.
5 on the shot clock. Jordan puts it in the air and then the back. Sanders tried to get it to Nance. Intercepted by Horace Grant, and here comes Jordan. Jordan. 4 to go third quarter. Cleveland had drawn to within 9.
Michael hot shot.
9 consecutive points. Down to 7 now, and Jordan isolated against Harper. Got him in the air. Sailed the line. It was blocked. At the buzzer, it will count. Jordan had it blocked, got the loose ball. The clock continued to run, and he's got 25.
Get on tracks. Very exciting player as well.
The lob to Jordan, and he spins it in off the hoop. He came from Hodges. Jordan just exploding in this period. 13 points in the quarter. Pippen has 3 personal fouls now. Jordan also with 3 in this one. Oh, my! Before you can blink, Jordan has it in the hoop. He'll go to the line.
Jordan shakes. He bakes. There's the foul. The basket good. And he has taken over the game, as only Michael Jordan can do.
Jordan into the paint. Jordan with 33 points. Jordan kicks it to Sellers. Hits from the perimeter. Who has been really answering the bell here in the fourth quarter. The reverse from Jordan.
Jordan going baseline on Harper. Reverse layup.
Bulls by 7.
See Jordan, the premier attraction in the NBA.
Trying to get past Harper. Good job by Harper on Jordan. 8 on the shot clock. Jordan is going to try it again. The mismatch, Jordan from the perimeter. Grant tried to jam it home, couldn't do it. Doherty's out in front. Tipped away by Jordan. End-to-end Michael Jordan.
Excellent recovery by Jordan.
16 rebounds for Horace Grant. Bulls by 3 with under 2 minutes to go. The Cavs have a foul to give. Jordan on the drive. And the big basket. He'll go to the line for a three-point play. Michael Jordan. You know, Karl Malone is the mailman because he delivers, but you could sure tag it on to Jordan.
Jordan watching rock and rolling, wheeling, dealing. Right there, the foul and the basket counts. 3-point shooting team without Price. No one else is a threat from there.
Stolen! Jordan, it's going to be big. The Bulls defense and Jordan's jam. He's got 40 points. But still shooting only 31%. Michael Jordan finally gets that first one to fall. Quarter. Grant underneath to Michael. Michael will work against Harper. Down to 3 seconds left on the shot clock. He's going to have to hurry. He couldn't have timed him any better.
We can't give him his right hand, Pete.
Doherty cannot get his shot to fall tonight. He's not been able to get it to fall this entire series. Chicago's break. Michael Jordan.
And the foul.
Harper double teamed into Hot Rod Williams. His shot was blocked by Cartwright. Bulls on the run. Michael Jordan. Off to Sam Vincent. 10 boards now for Horace Grant. He had 17 in game 3. Michael Jordan. Another Bill Cartwright rebound. Cartwright doing a great job on the boards. Jordan couldn't control it. Williams pulls it away. Jordan tips it away. Grant for an easy 2. 3.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Jordan. Boy, he's been a one-man show for Chicago in his third quarter. Pippen had the ball tipped away by Nance. Gets it back. And they give it to Michael. And Michael delivers. Like he usually does. As when they started Thurl Bailey in games 2 and 3 of their series. Nance can't get it to go. Chicago with a 1-point lead. They've got the ball back. Michael on the run again. Another jump shot. Another 2 points. He has 38, and he has taken this game over. Lenny Wilkins wants to talk about it. Timeout, Cleveland. For a 5th game, Chicago trying to finish him off here. And Michael may be about to take over again. He has 40. Cartwright. He has 10 boards tonight. And they give it to Michael. Baseline jumper ties it. 44 for Michael Jordan.
Your defense, and it does not allow you the half court being able not to play the guy out of bounds and possibly force a turnover. They have plenty of time to get it in bounds and get it up the floor. Chicago has a 20-second timeout and a regular timeout.
Pippen brings it across. Defenders seconds to go. Jordan hits the basket and now has 42 points in the game, and the Cavaliers have called a timeout. They have 1 timeout remaining, and Michael Jordan, who was not an impressive shooter at all in the first half, has 28 points in the second half, including these 2 big ones to give Chicago the lead. Now, Elo was hit in the face, but that might have been just incidental contact.
Yeah, but it came off of the shoulder as he was defending Michael Jordan. Now, Michael just elevated on him.
Will inbound. He gets it into Nance, gets the ball back, drives to the hoop, lays it in with 3 seconds to go. Two injured Warriors, Elo with an ankle, Price with an injured groin. Michael Jordan hit the basket at the buzzer. As a disconsolate Lenny Wilkins leaves the floor, and for the second time today, the visiting team has won the deciding game in an opening round series, and the Chicago Bulls will move on to play the New York Knicks in the best of 7.
Michael! 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 You stuck it, baby! Michael! Michael, you stuck it, baby! You stuck it!
Yeah!
Yeah! Hey, man.
Michael. About 2 months ago, you feeling so well coming into today's game?
You know, a lot of people put a lot of pressure on me, and I still couldn't concentrate and make my free throws. But I didn't have to take a free throw on the last shot. It was a shot. I felt comfortable. We came in, we stuck tough. We hung right in there, gave ourselves a chance to win, and we won the ball game.
As we take a look at this replay, now you're not one to do an awful lot of boasting, but you had some boasts to make to a few Chicago writers about this series.
A lot of people put us out of this whole series, and you know, I opened my mouth a little bit, and I challenged the guys. I challenged myself to say we can win in 4, but we didn't win in 4. We won in 5. I don't care how many we won in, we won, and that's all that counts.
My last question. There's a pregame ritual that you go through. You're back in the locker room by yourself. There's a song that plays, and you said that was going to be your theme. What's that song that you listen to?
Anita Baker, Give It Your Best. Just go out and give it your all. And that's what I did. I felt that, you know, we had to go out and play. You know, the pressure was not on us, it was on them. We've beaten them here before. We just wanted to duplicate that again, and we did it.
And the Big Apple waits for you.
We're going to New York, baby.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael.
Way to go to New
You
York.
couldn't have done it any better. You could not have done it any. You couldn't have written a script for this one, could you?
No, we won the ball game. You know, myself, you know, I kind of was down on myself on Sunday. I was really disappointed in myself. I was really hurt that, you know, I had the opportunity to win it in 4 of my predictions, and you know, I missed the free throws. I had trouble with free throws today, but I hit the shot that won. But I give the effort to Bill Cartwright and other players because they hung in there. I knew that the press here was going to try to make it a one-man show. That's the only way they really could win if I go out and try to make it a one-man show, taking everybody else out of the ball game.
But don't you gotta feel vindicated.
I live for this moment. This is a great moment for Chicago franchise, myself, my teammates, my coaching staff. You know, it's a great effort by everybody, and one man did not do it. I just hit the game-winning shot. That's all that counts.
MJ, you got to feel vindicated.
I do. I feel very vindicated from what when we started the playoffs, the dim look that everybody was giving us. Even I asked you in the locker room, I asked everybody, you know, what was the feeling back in Chicago? Did it write us off yet? And you said some of them have written us off. I said, well, tell those guys to stay home because we're coming back to play New York.
All right, Michael. All right, Michael.
Michael. I love it. I knew we'd do it. You did it. I had faith in myself and the team.
Knicks run. Tipped away on a bad pass. Jordan! He has 7. Grant with another rebound. Bulls by 2. What a pass from Jordan to a cutting Horace Grant.
That's why he's such a great player, because he will give it up and he has the ability to make those type of plays.
Second quarter in action. Vincent blew it again. Now 10 on the shot clock. Beautiful pass from Cartwright. Back door to Jordan.
That was Michael Jordan. Let's watch this good play here. We're going to see a great backdoor play. Cartwright gets a backdoor real quick. Newman's beaten. Too late coming over. Sid Green. Take it home, Michael.
Jordan on the drive against Wilkins. Now with 17. The dish to Grant.
That was Horace Grant.
It was Jordan's penetration that caused it.
86-78.
Trent Tucker was right there. Been somewhat of a standoff. I'd say tonight's ball game, Cartwright has performed more productively than his Oakland. Shot clock to 7 for Jordan from the free throw line. Reminiscent of the game winner against Cleveland.
Gets the position, doesn't get the ball. He should have had it in that position right there. Finally, now he does get it, but he had to wait a long time, and then the double team, and then the work to go without it. The crossover into the middle, boom, up here, changes on the way down, knock it in. That
missing rebound was Grant, and that'll recycle the shot clock. Jordan sees an opening in the lane. The reverse will fall. Hold it. Yes, the reverse goes. The basket will count. Michael Jordan goes to the line.
I'm not even going to say anything about this. Just watch this.
By Sidney Green. Michael Jordan on the line, shooting block.
Jordan has not missed from the line tonight.
That says it all, Bob. The guy's amazing.
And still has it. Trent Tucker throws it up and misses. Jordan with another rebound. 10 seconds left, and that gives Michael Jordan a triple-double in the ballgame.
Only
to go along
deserving.
with everything else.
Only deserving.
Dribbling away the final seconds of the ball game, the Knicks had led by 8 points. Jackson puts up the shot, wouldn't go for him. Jordan pulls it away. Michael on the run, trying to get it going himself, and does with those two. His first basket of he has 6 in the quarter, 8 in the game, and it's a 9-point lead. Jordan's hit his last 3. Now the steal by Michael. He has Kiki to beat, and he'll do that.
Yeah, rather impressively. There's Michael. Boom. Out of the way. Great anticipation. Now watch how he's going to make this great crossover move. Frees Kiki. Kiki tries to grab him. Couldn't get a hold of it. Michael takes it home.
This program authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the National Bank. Shot by Jackson wouldn't go. Pippen the rebound.
Now shot selection's got to be good for the Knicks, and that's not a good shot, I don't think.
Michael Jordan made the basket.
And the result is what? Michael Jordan gets a good transition opportunity, goes to the foul.
Just stay close at halftime. The pass intended for Corzine. Ewing stepped in there. They're going to call goaltender. Now Jordan erupts.
Enough presence of mind to get control. Now he goes up. He's going down. The ball was definitely, he was going down to the basket when that block came. That was a good call.
Pass Wilkins. And Jordan the rebound, and here he comes. Michael Jordan. Jordan has the ball taken away momentarily by Wilkins and then gets it back. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Jackson nearly picked off that pass. Jordan,
yourself, if you're going to double team, you got to come right away.
Jordan. Michael Jordan, 3 for 4 from the field.
Watch Michael Jordan come through here now and split the double team with that shot.
Under 3 minutes remaining in the opening period. Jackson, Jordan. Knicks a little out of control offensively there in that sequence. Great bounce pass, Jordan to Davis. A textbook bounce pass to the cutter.
When he passes, he just delivers the ball. Jump in his progress and his maturity towards that position this year.
Wilkins was open, missed from the corner. Paxson to Jordan. See you later. Jordan now with 9.
Eye contact. Michael Jordan gave Paxson eye contact that time. Beautiful. Down a little bit and finding the free guys, but remember, no pressure yet. When you're a pressing and trapping coach, you're relying on a sudden surge.
Jordan. What 6'10" will do for you inside. That's why they need him out there. Here's Jordan on the open floor for the moment. Hands in the air and hits his first jumper of the game. You think he'll save his tape? Jordan on the steal. Knicks are back defensively. Hodges fires for 3. Knicks cut the Bulls' lead to 3 in the first minute of the second period when Michael Jordan was getting a rest. Then Michael Jordan has come back.
Now watch, it's a back cut and you'll see him come from behind. Beautiful pass and catch. 1 minute he's playing small forward, next minute he's playing big forward. It's a lot of pressure on the guy.
Jordan steals the inbound pass. Off to the races. One game the Knicks had, they were well down against the Portland Trailblazers, and he was on the court and brought them back from a big deficit to win. Jordan, basket counts, and another foul will send Jordan to the line again.
The foul, Pete Myers. Hey, the guys in the playground love that one. That is the old give and go and get it back.
And fly.
That's right.
Give, go, and fly.
How about a little foot speed here? Jordan versus Jackson. Jordan versus Myers. Jordan versus Strickland.
Now 23. Charles Oakley, Johnny Newman with the ball, and Patrick Ewing. Newman now over 7 from the field. Keep in mind, when he came out, it was all right to play. Did not practice yesterday with the Knicks because of a sore left knee. Pippen from Jordan. Boy, the Bulls are cutting, and the guards are finding the cutters.
Well, what they're doing today, more so than in games 1 and 2, they're back cutting. By that I mean they're going away from the basketball, and as the Knicks players turn their heads, they're finding them with the lob passes.
Newman tries to bounce it into Ewing, knocked away. Here's Jordan. Jordan for three. The Knicks won a timeout. The Knicks ran away from Chicago in Game 2. Mark Jackson loses the ball momentarily. They'll have a jump ball. Jordan and somebody.
How about the laughter right there? It was like a fumble. or how about a rugby game? Look a little bit like rugby. Now, 23 is kind of being lackadaisical this half, isn't he? Right, huh?
Again into Ewing. Working on Corzine as it's stripped away by Jordan. Michael Jordan, that's twice now. They have effectively double-teamed Ewing in the low post.
Yourself under control and work through the middle here so that if you don't score, you get on the foul line. We haven't had any of that.
Jordan counts and a foul. Goaltending is called. Give him the hoop, give him the foul, give him the building. He might get shut out tomorrow. But we won't go that far.
Now catches the pushing in the back.
It was Oakley's foul. Cartwright against Ewing. Mano. Inside. Jordan with a short hook shot. Michael Jordan with 33 points.
But scoring, they're doing a nice job as a unit. That's what counts.
Here's the 2-on-1 with Michael Jordan and company. Kiki Vandeweghe has 8. Of course, the foul trouble with the two Bulls won't mean anything the way this scores. How do you like that? How do you like that? A message from Michael. Michael Jordan.
Smart basketball. Back it out and run the clock.
There's Jordan. 40 points for Michael Jordan.
But just watch how he leaves his feet here. He has nothing, absolutely nothing, and he makes something out of it.
The Chicago bench has picked it up. Michael Jordan with his first shot of the game is good. Michael Jordan.
Only perimeter player at small forward or the guard positions at edge.
Jordan off the screen hits another. 2 jumpers the same way off the screen, no one near him, and the Bulls lead by 3.
Right.
High scorer.
See, I like his game today. He's really going to the hole.
How about this guy? Oh! He went to the hole. Foul in the basket counts.
You know what's interesting about that pass, Nick? They got it in quick, and Michael Jordan took off. Gerald Wilkins never got over half court, and that's his man right there.
Sidney Green commits the foul, so not only did Wilkins not get back, but he's been struggling from the field, as has Johnny Newman. And the Knicks really haven't found that offense from the key guard positions other than Jackson and the small forward. Points by Grant and Pippen combined, but Jordan with 14 and Cartwright 15. Charles Davis. Bulls are running nicely.
See, here's the beautiful fast break, the decision maker right there. Finds the guy in the opposite side of the lane.
The blame in the first half of this. Jordan. Can't stop that. He couldn't do it. He had the play inside and running the court is Grant. Yes, again, a work of art.
Now here's how he threads the needle. You'll see it. He good lay right off the dribble, looking down inside.
Beautiful. Wilkins, meanwhile, with his 3rd foul, sending Michael to the line. Jordan has 20. You know, Brent Tucker is in for Gerald Wilkins. Struggling today, Wilkins. Jordan. He moved Tucker as close as he could inside and took the 18-foot.
Well, Trent Tucker's playing him smart. He's not going to get beat off the dribble. He's saying to Mike.
Proud at her son. Jordan. Off the glass. That may have been from on.
Because he's every bit as dangerous a three-point shooter as 2 from the top of the circle.
Jordan going around Wilkins. Reverse layup. But I don't think we're going to quibble with anything Michael Jordan does today, will you?
No, he's really moved his game. I mean, we say even he thinks that he can.
Cartwright. Knicks are slamming against the glass, but come up with nothing. Jordan and Jackson. Here's Pippen. Big basket.
Now let me tell you, that was just a great move by Michael Jordan and a terrific catch and movement by Pippen.
Just marvel at it, folks. Saw it there. Work to dividend. Jordan, turnaround. Big basket. He has an injured groin, boy. He's working it to its fullest today against that defense. 9 on the shot clock.
At the top of the circle, he's tough to double team.
38.
See, they do an excellent job on him when he gets down inside of the lane area.
Jordan. It counts and a foul.
See, appreciate give-and-go basketball right there. Michael Jordan was trapped at half court. He passed the ball to Scottie Pippen, broke the trap, cut to the basket, received the return pass. Give and go.
Here's a guy who says he won't shave until the Bulls are eliminated. You can't even tell that he hasn't shaved.
Get the ball to your high percentage foul shooters.
3 on the shot clock. Here's Jordan. Michael Jordan has scored 11 of the Bulls' last 13 points, including this one to give them a 10-point lead. 45 in the game for Jordan, who limped into Chicago Stadium in Gate. And today's most valuable player, yes, Dolores Jordan. Happy Mother's Day, Dolores. Your son has done the amazing. 45 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Not for you, Dolores, but for Michael. And Light Beer is proud to present a check for $1,000 on behalf of Michael Jordan and Dolores Jordan to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. A phenomenal performance. There is no better individual player in the NBA today than this man.
When the game is on the line at playoff time and you get in,
the Chicago Bulls win 2 and he goes out of the game. Look at him.
For New York, off the baseline screen. Here comes Newman. Blocked by Jordan. Hodges has Jordan and 2 other Bulls with him. The jumper falls for Michael. Wilkins over Pippen. Rebound Cartwright. Jordan with one hand.
So, Bob Neal, the story of the ball game, and we've seen it here early.
Hodges will inbound with 7 on the shot. Sorry. Jordan from the perimeter hits the jumper.
If you talked about nervousness, it's not apparent in their shooting.
Jordan into the paint.
Definitely not apparent in that kind of a shot.
8 points for Jordan.
Difficult time getting the ball, trying to get open against the defensive pick and steal.
Jordan brings him to their... And Craig Hodges intercepts in the passing lane. 11 New York turnovers. Jordan for 3. Michael Jordan now with 15 points. He has 5 in this quarter with 3:32 remaining. Knicks by 6. 8 rebounds for Ewing. Jordan from the 13 points. Jordan on the penetration. So the Bulls came out and scored 5 straight points. Patino got a timeout. Knicks came back. Now here come the Bulls. Jordan gets the back. In a patented Jordan-esque move in the paint.
And you look at the numbers for Jordan, they're frightening tonight. He was 8 of 10 at the half. He's made his first 2 tonight. So if he was coasting, he's got a big explosion coming.
Here he comes. The feed to Jordan for Jordan on the penetration. The Bulls by 6. Leading up New York. Clock for Chicago, leading it by 3. Jordan with the fake toward the basket. He pulls up and shoots it over Wilkins. He has 24. 10 on the shot clock. Pippen for 3.
such a good job of bringing his right arm up and under between Patrick's hands.
Here comes Michael. Oakley's with him. Jordan has 29.
Looking for Ewing.
Jordan with the near steal caused Ewing to travel. Chicago ball.
And
that's the 19th Knicks turnover. Cartwright powers it back up for the reverse. Blocked by Jordan.
He is so phenomenal off the ball.
New York timeout. Since Pippen was ejected for fighting with Skywalker. With 8 on the shot clock, Jordan.
The defensive pressure is increased, but in a game like this, and Jordan shooting the ball so well.
He's given that gap down to the corner, which three-point shots sometimes occur from.
Into Ewing. Tucker for 3. And he's fouled. It could be a 4-point play. Hodges bumped Tucker. He hit the triple, will go to the line, and would tie it with the free throw with 6 seconds remaining.
And as I just said, you give him the three-pointer, but you don't foul. And the biggest sin of all has been committed right now.
Tucker. It's tied with 6 seconds left. Doug Collins cannot believe it. Jordan has it. Into the paint. He's fouled in a shot. With 4 seconds left, Jordan will go to the line for 2. That took only 2 seconds. Everybody will hold their breath on these.
If I were an NBA player still in the playoffs, I'd be spending a lot of time on my free throws.
The same problem and foul.
Jordan gets them both. Newman's wide open. So Chicago is rocking, and the Bulls have eliminated the Knicks 4 games to 2.
Works to their favor. Detroit, of course, preferred the half-court attack against Milwaukee. And on the layup, Jordan with that jump shot's off. Long rebound run down by Hodges, and here's the King. That's a 3.
They talk about Chicago with Michael at the point guard. Right now, he's the off guard, posting up.
Got his shot. They've got shot well in the playoffs for the Pistons so far, but they do have Vinnie Johnson. We'll see him before long. Jordan gliding for daylight and got it off into the hands of Jordan. The Pistons were a heavy 9-point favorite in this game, but I'll tell you what, the Bulls look tough. That's a 3 now in 5, and they have done it with great defense.
Pop out.
Here's Jordan.
Simple.
Jordan spins into the lane and got the shooter. Jordan puts it down. Goes for the layup. Jordan trying to draw the foul. Rodman over on him. Jordan wants to go to the line. He keeps it on the dribble. Rodman not putting him on the line. And now underneath, finally the whistle sounds at the 18-second. 30 points.
With the rebound, outlet to Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan. Pass to Guire, yes. Dumars fakes. Finds Lambier low. That's spiked away and out of bounds by Jordan.
That's what makes Michael so tough. Not only is he a great defender on his man, he does such great things.
Cartwright in the low post over Mahorn. Missed badly. Rebound, Jordan.
Oh, he just does. They're playing a Piston-type game. The Bulls are leading.
Thomas threw it away, and out of there is Jordan. He's got Paxson and Davis with him. He doesn't need him.
Tell me if you think this is a foul, folks. No foul being called in this play. Michael turns around. He can't believe it. There goes the tongue flying, and there goes the man himself flying. Lambier has no chance. Look at, boom, body, arm.
Halftime. All the other NBA news of the night for you. Jordan lays it up and in. Nicely done by Scottie Pippen to get him the ball. Vinnie Johnson, a 12-point quarter. Vincent finds Michael, banks it up off the glass. Scottie Pippen front court. They go to a posted Jordan. Duck soup for him. It's a 2-point game. In the last 4 minutes, Detroit's outscored Chicago 13-4. 13. Jordan, easy layup. His jump shot. Boy, when he starts making that, you're really in trouble. Isaiah heads for the hole. It's blocked out of bounds by Jordan.
All eyes on Scottie Pippen. Guarded by Aguirre. Grant. Jordan ties the score on a tip-in.
Initial set.
Grant guarded by Laimbeer. Jordan gets a tough pass in a crowd, and Michael gets his second basket of the game.
And you'll see it here. Grant goes on the baseline. Mahorn picks up Cartwright, and now they're going to post up Cartwright on Mahorn. Now, because of the size factor, you'll see Mahorn pushing him in the lower back.
Technical foul and a personal against Mahorn. Hodges guarded by Thomas like a blanket. 10-7 Detroit. Here's Jordan. Basket counts and a foul. And he'll be, if Michael Jordan had an off game, if you can call a 27-point game off in game 2, he looks like he's sharp here.
Well, you notice how Dumars puts his hands on Michael right at the beginning. But once Michael decides...
He outjumped the world on that one. Gets by Dumars and lays it in. And that's against one of the better defenders in the NBA. We have under 4 minutes to go, first period. And the Pistons have led virtually all the way, and have led all the way, in fact. They're up by 6, and Jordan gets by. The Pistons are not doubling quick enough on Jordan. Hodges in the corner. Jordan weaves his way.
Guy that they've got to get the shot opportunities for. He was on a roll in that first quarter.
Pick and spot up Corzine. 7 on the shot clock. Let's see what Jordan does. That's what he does.
And he's always played forwards at the college level, so playing a guy as big as Michael Jordan is not going to bother him that much.
Jordan, foul, gets the basket. And lurking is always Michael Jordan, no matter what the situation in the game.
Well, you'll see Michael Jordan coming around a curl here. There's your first pick. You see, and then as he cuts down, he has an angle. Now, James Edwards must get the job done. But who is better in this league than Michael Jordan in leaning?
All 10 players who have been in the game have scored for the Pistons, and their bench has outscored the Chicago Bulls by 11. Jordan hits from the today. He has hit his last 5 shots from the field. He's out of there, and Dennis Rodman replaces him. A good offensive rebounder is Dennis Rodman, and as you know, one of the best defenders in the league. Dumars, Jordan doesn't like how close he's playing and makes him pay. Makes him pay.
At the step, the ball is right there on the money.
On the switch, Jordan guarded by Laimbeer. No easy layups when you get to this point of the playoffs. And Rodman gave Jordan a shot. Grant, of course, bothered by the flu, has not been in full strength. Jordan moving around Edwards. Basket counts and a foul. Maybe that's a sign of what the Bulls may have in mind. 31 points now for Michael Jordan. Here's Pat O'Brien.
All right, thank you, Dick. Behind the Bulls mentioned that last time out, Doug Collins gave his "let's not quit" speech. He said we have to suck it up, and there is no quitting on the Chicago Bulls this year. He said we've come this far, not to waste it. Let's go back to you guys.
Thank you, Pat. That's exactly what Chuck Daly. 91-83. The lead is 8 with 4 minutes remaining. Jordan. What a great shot high off the glass.
Here you have Michael Jordan coming up. Now just watch how hard he works to get open. Now here comes the double, triple team, and there is that extension, that extra elevation.
Isaiah Thomas replaces Vinnie Johnson for the Pistons. And Michael Jordan will be shooting for his 37th point. Make it his 38th. 19.
Time after time, he seems to be the one that every time when the Bulls get in striking distance, he makes the big score.
Now we're getting close.
stays in the air. The defense comes down. Watch this as Jordan comes off here now. You'll see he comes around Cartwright, gets the gun. Now, here he is. Now watch, 2 players up on him, and here comes the third.
It's like the Cleveland basket when he won the series.
Cutting to the basket.
Craig Elo for Cleveland, remember that?
Yes, indeed. They're going to milk it down and let Isaiah go one-on-one.
And the differential is more towards 3 seconds than 4. Isaiah and Jordan. Who else should be in the middle of the center stage here?
Watch the high pick and roll.
They were right on top of that call. What do you think, Hubie?
It's been a consistent call throughout the game, both ways today. Watch, they came up now to set the pick. Lambier sets it. There's your move right there. Catches Jordan on the hip that time.
And Chicago and Jordan had it all the way as he used a timeout, and they've got 9 seconds to try to win this game. 3 of those baskets, Horace Grant, 2 of those hoops, the offensive rebound, and the 2 big free throws to tie the game.
Remember, NBA game, you cannot throw the ball in the backcourt, and because of the size of these guys, they...
Doug Collins' reaction as the Chicago Bulls have their first lead since their only lead in the game at 31-29.
Now here we have another look at this. Very, very close. Now you'll see the second defensive player come to the left of your screen here now for the double team. There's the elevation. But how about the movement of the body? You must switch all the way around.
They don't have the luxury of a timeout. Dumars for 3, goes for the winner. It's over. Chicago wins.
Forces the turnover to Jordan. Open court, 2-on-1. Here it is. So he's already taken 2 shots in the game. He only had 8 in game number 5.
Well, Detroit will calm you down. They'll work their plays.
Steal. He kept it in bounds. Here it is again.
Oh! Yes!
This is one for the book, Hubie. He's done a lot of great shots, but I've never seen this before from him.
Well, you see, it was an excellent save. Now, when he gets it back, you'll see him elevate, do a 360, and just toss it up.
He had to force that pick. The clock was down.
Hubie, the Bulls have 6 baskets. Jordan has 2 of them, and he has assisted on the other 4. He has still figured in all the baskets by the Bulls, who are up 14-6. Of Michael Jordan and the Bulls fade. Every time he has been held to under 30 points, the Bulls have lost 3 times by Detroit. Those are the numbers. But he's off to a hot start. Hubie, what did he do here?
On this post-up, you see how he's pinning Dumars so that he can make the catch. Now, once it happens, watch how quickly he goes baseline and how he beats Dumars, but also Lambier on the double team.
Failed on the free throw attempt, 20-10. Here's Jordan.
He's a different man tonight, Dick. Pressure without Pippen in there is a key rebounder. Sellers and Grant must play big in there and help out with Cartwright and Jordan on the board.
Jordan hits another jumper. He has 10 points.
Look out.
And he is on line for a huge scoring effort tonight. In the first quarter, the Bulls had a 12-point lead, and they came out blazing. Michael Jordan looking for the outside shot. 15 for Michael.
See, in previous games, he would have taken that trap, passed the ball right to Corzine, and allowed the other players to do it. Not tonight.
The hamstring.
Pistons really nearly saved it. Aguirre and Mahorn, but into the hands. Jordan hits three. Michael Jordan. Well, they'll have to get hoops from somebody. What's wrong with him?
Yeah, but wait a second. How about a 3-on-2 fast break? You pull up and take a three.
Of this game, everything from the backcourt, other than the one hoop. We had a delay of game on. Jordan slices in. Will he try to score every point the rest of the game?
See, every time he drives to the baseline, Dick, they double team so fast. The big men of Chicago must get on the offensive board for the missed shot.
We told you before, 17 minutes, they've gone 6 more without a basket from up front. Jordan gets 2 back. 26 for Jordan.
I'd say he made that look so simple. He gets get down in there, Dumars cuts him off, he runs a reverse dribble, steps through and makes a beautiful shot.
7-point lead, 68-61. Jordan finds Davis. The Charles Davis scores. He had been held scoreless the last 2 games.
21 minutes in game 5, 12 points in 24 minutes. Big contributions.
Jordan. And it goes through.
Oh my, yes. You see, Detroit all wanted goaltending. They thought that Cartwright's hand touched that ball while it was over the cylinder. From here, and you can see Chuck Daly laughing. He wouldn't be laughing if the game was closer, I'll tell you that.
I'm playing with 4 fouls.
Well, the one thing you do not want to do now is to force up bad percentage shots. If you can't get down inside, you want the open J or go strong off the dribble.
Basket counts and the foul. He's limping and he's hurting. And he doesn't want his golf season to start just yet.
You'll see the quick move to the baseline, and watch how he avoids and comes up on the other side. Beautiful.
Jordan looks like he's running better now.
Yes, he is.
Paxson is open. A 2-point basket by Paxson, and it's a 2-point game. This is an incredible story. Timeout Detroit, but Chicago has no right being this close right now, Hubie.
What a great fake.
30 points. And he's guarded by a guy who's 1 foul away from being disqualified. Jordan wants the ball. Double team. Goes up high. Determined against Lambier and Dumars to get the hoop. But it's still an 8-point game. And now the crowd will give the Bulls a standing ovation. And do they deserve it? They lost 8 of their last 10 games, and no one gave them a shot in the playoffs. They beat Cleveland in the 5th game on the road. They beat the Knicks, 2 teams that have won 50 games. They stole the opener of this series against Detroit and had a 2-1 lead and gave the defending conference champions a big scare. Michael Jordan led them. The fans came out in force, and they went as far as they could go, but midnight has struck for the Bulls. There's Thomas and Jordan with congratulations as Paxson fouls out. What can you say about Michael Jordan and what he has become in this league, Hubie?
It's just nice what the building is doing right now. Total appreciation of a great superstar. What he has meant not only to the franchise, but to the city.
There is no better individual player in the game of basketball today than that man.
Alright, so starting here with this first round series against Cleveland. Oftentimes this series gets minimized down to the shot, and I can understand why, because it's one of the most iconic moments in NBA history without question. But let's back it up. Let's back it up a little bit here. So in the '86 season, when Mike missed a major part of the season with a broken foot, the Bulls won 30 games. '87 season, they won 40 games. The '88 season, the year prior, they won 50 games. So naturally, coming to this season, coming off of 50 games, winning your first playoff series during that Jordan era, you're going to naturally look to improve. And the '89 season was kind of up and down. And they finished the season with 47 wins, so they had kind of taken a step back. And then on top of that, they limped into the playoffs. They lost 8 of their last 10 games, including a 6-game losing streak within that 8 losses in 10 games. So going into the playoffs, going into the series against Cleveland, it wasn't looking good, And it was obvious because even some of the writers that covered the Bulls. They worked for Chicago. They covered the team, picked Cleveland to win the series. So I think that backstory entering into the season oftentimes, or entering into the series, oftentimes gets lost because of the way the series ended. Cleveland obviously had home court advantage. I believe they split the first 2 games in Cleveland, and then the Bulls won Game 3, and they had a chance to win Game 4. They were in position to win, but it was actually Mike who was struggling with his free throws for whatever reason during the whole series, and he missed some late free throws down the stretch Game 4. They end up losing Game 4. So it sets up Game 5. And then most of you, if you've made it through this far in the video, I'm sure you've actually sat down and watched Game 5. So you know how it played out, how it went down the stretch. Mike hits a go-ahead shot with 6 seconds left. Craig Elo inbounds on the other side, inbound cut, gets the pass, gets the layup, and then Mike comes, with 3 seconds left, and then Mike comes down, and the rest is history. But there's a lot of backstory that led up to this. So I think the way the series ended, that's why Mike was so. That's probably why he jumped in the air and threw that fist the way he did, because there was so much leading up to it. Where they limped into the playoffs. There was so much doubt going for the team going to the playoffs, to the point where their own writers are picking against them. So that win it meant a lot. It meant a lot because it was an upset. They didn't have home court advantage. They weren't favored to win. Teams were picking Cleveland to win the series, so they upset Cleveland on the road. And they hadn't beat Cleveland all season. They were 0-6 against Cleveland during the regular season. They hadn't beat them all year. So there was no reason to really believe that they were going to win this series. Michael Jordan or no Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of the backstory that gets lost against Cleveland, or it gets forgotten because of the way the series ended. All right, so in regards to the Knicks series, nothing too much to go into here, really. The Knicks go in, actually beating Cleveland. They go in as the underdog, take Game 1 on the road, lose Game 2. I believe they won both in Chicago, lost Game 5. They won Game 6 at home, sent the Knicks home for the first time, first of 5 times, over the run between Jordan and the Bulls, Patrick with the Knicks, first of the 5 playoff eliminations. And for the most part, it was drama free, other than Game 6, where Trent Tucker hit a 3 and got fouled when they were down 4, and I believe the game ended up Mike either went into overtime, or Mike came back down the other end and got fouled and knocked out some free throws, and that was the end of the game, end of the series, I believe. So nothing too much to go into here in regards to this playoff series, but it does fit in with the rest of that playoff run, that 89 playoff run, that the Bulls were essentially a Cinderella team. They were going in as the underdogs in every single series, no home court advantage, not expected to win the series, and going in, sent Cleveland home, and then they sent New York home. All right, here we go. 1989 Eastern Conference Finals. Detroit Pistons and Chicago Bulls. Detroit coming off of, I believe this was their 3rd straight conference finals, coming off of the 88 finals, losing to the Lakers. And then we have Chicago getting to their first conference finals, and then it's a back-to-back matchup with Detroit. They played them in the second round in 1988. And once again, Chicago comes in as the underdog. They hadn't beat Detroit all year. Just like Cleveland, they were 0-6 against Detroit the whole season. They hadn't beat them all year. Go in, get Game 1, as they had done that whole playoff run. They got Game 1 against Cleveland on the road, got Game 1 against New York on the road. Go in Game 1 against Detroit and get the win. Drop Game 2. And then Game 3, I'm sure most of you already know. Game 3 was a classic Michael Jordan game. Down the stretch, he hits that go-ahead shot late when Dennis was guarding him. He came, I believe, it was up at the top of the key, drove right, finished off the glass, able to take the lead, and they won Game 3. And then after that, they couldn't hold on. Dropped 3 straight games and ended the series. Lost in 6 games at home. And the Bulls, they just weren't ready yet. They still were not ready yet. This was Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant. This was their second season, They just hadn't really fully come together yet, to mature yet, to be able to take on Detroit. And then Detroit was motivated because they had just lost in the finals the previous year, to get back to the finals. And of course, LA would be waiting for them once again. And they did end up giving Detroit their toughest test in that playoff run, going 6 games, because they swept the Lakers. Magic had a hamstring, and Kareem that was the last season for Kareem. He was on his last legs, but this was their toughest test throughout that '89 playoff run was the Chicago Bulls. But for the most part, the Bulls they ended up running out at the end there. I think Mike was physically beaten down. This was because going back, the Jordan rules go back to the '88 season or the previous season. So, and then this was the deepest he had been into the playoffs up until that point. And it was after this loss to Detroit that Mike went and got a weight got a weight set or whatever, or a weight room built in his house so he can start to build up his body. So when he got late into the season, he would have that extra energy, that extra strength to be able to play those physical games. I believe as the story goes, because that's when he hooked up with Tim Grover. So as the story goes, Tim Grover actually wrote letters. It's 1989, back when they actually used to, write letters. He said he wrote letters to 14 letters to the Bulls roster team. He wrote letters to everyone except Michael. And then the Bulls trainer, Mark Feil, contacted him and said that he had a potential client for him, and it ended up being Michael Jordan. And I think Tim Grover said he went to Mike's house, knocks on the door, and Mike answers the door, so on and so forth. So that's how he got hooked up with Tim Grover. So it was after this series when Mike started to he needed to build up his body, because at that point Mike was still pretty. I mean, you can see he was put on a little bit of muscle weight from the time he initially came into the league, but it wasn't much. He was still pretty skinny. But it was after that '89 series, and when you go and look, the '90 season, the '91, '92, '93, you can see it mostly in his upper body. I don't think he did much leg work, but you can see his upper body, his arms, his chest, everything was getting. He had put on that extra weight to be able to take that pounding, especially how physical the league was at the time. So that was the result in this series. That Mike ended up picking up those weights, like seriously picking up the weights and really putting on that extra power to be able to take that physicality and be able to still play through it. And as we know, this was the end of the run for Doug Collins as the coach of the Bulls. He was going to be replaced by Phil Jackson, who had been there since '87 as an assistant. And oftentimes, they'll hire a guy as an assistant coach who they know eventually is going to be the head coach. Mike and Doug used to butt heads all the time. Mike, felt that Doug was too emotional. I mean, there were times that after a win, he'd be in the locker room crying, and he wasn't emotionally stable enough. And there's a lot of coaches like that who they're good coaches, but they're not championship level coaches. They're coaches you can get, if you're building up a team, they can bring that team and make them into something, but they're not going to be the coach to get you over the top. Similar to say like a Stan Van Gundy in Miami. He was able to take that, and then as they were building up and build them up into a team, but he wasn't going to be the coach to get them over the top. And that's when Pat Riley, did what he did and stepped in and took over the team, and they got it done, 2006. But anyway, if you made it through this one, I have to commend you, because I know this is a long ass video, because it was a long highlight package, and then there was a lot to talk about at the end. So if you made it this far through the video, drop a link for your channel so I can come and like one of your videos. Don't even like this video. Let me come like one of your videos if you made it this far through the video. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for all the support on the channel as always. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you got through this far, I'd like to assume you like the video, so you can go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It'll be all right. But thanks for watching the video. Take care.